Go time.
Hi, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. So I have here Mr. JT Hiskey.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So we're here to get to know you, and these questions are going to be intimate, and we'll start off easy, and then we're going to get into the hard questions.
Let's do it. Okay. Absolutely.
All right. So is JT Hiskey your stage name, or is that your actual real name?
That's a great question. That's actually a question I get a lot. Like when I'm not doing press interviews, like a lot of people on the streets are like, "Wow, what is the meaning?" You know. So my real name is John Taylor Hiskey. So, but people always call me JT, you know, my entire life. And so I kind of just adapted that when I started doing music. You know, I had all these different rapper names, you know, when I was young and stuff, but JT Hiskey was always the one that stuck with people.
What was your first rapper name?
Little Smoochie. Believe it or not. I'm glad I didn't stick with that though.
Right.
But we did Little Smoochie, then we did Young Hiskey, which I still kind of mention in a lot of my songs, you know. Right. But yeah, I just always stuck with JT, you know, it was really cool. Yeah, John Taylor Hiskey, what can I say, you know?
How long have you been performing hip hop?
Geez, I want to say 10 years now, 11 years. It wasn't until like the past maybe a few years I've actually gotten to go like on national tours again, you know, and like, you know, we've done maybe 4 tours now the last 2 years now, which has been an amazing experience, you know, met so many amazing people and you know, seen so many different venues. And so, yeah, but I want to say 10 to 11 years, you know, I've always been so musically involved when I was young, you know, and it wasn't until, probably like 2014 is when I really started, you know, pushing CDs in high school. You know, I still remember like signing CDs and giving them to kids, and I got invited to do like assemblies and stuff, and it's cool, man. You know, a lot of those kids are still my day ones, you know, like every time I play in my state of Utah, they show up every show. It's cool.
What got you into performing hip hop?
Honestly, you know, I really like the creative part of it, you know. You know, I used to I had a bunch of friends in high school who were like freestyling and stuff. They're in like class and stuff. And I always loved how creative they were. The fact that they could rhyme words and do it like just off the top like that really inspired me, you know. Yeah, but hip hop, you know, I'm trying to kind of branch out more from hip hop now.
Okay.
I want to play guitar eventually at my shows again and stuff, you know, kind of like I have a lot of friends who are doing that right now, you know, they kind of like the beat in the background and they start, you know, playing and stuff.
Okay.
So that's kind of the idea. I want to get a really good vocal coach and start branching out, like, you know, and do more vocal work and stuff. But, yeah, sorry, what was the question? Sorry, yeah.
How would you describe your style of music?
Unique.
Okay.
100% unique. Yeah. The one thing I like about my music is that you never know what you're gonna get next. So we dropped some pop punk records, and then we did a country track, Let's Ride, which you've been so amazing to play on your show. And then we did the kind of like G-funk beat with Afro Man, you know, little beat song, you know,
right?
And then we did the song Lil B the Bass God, and so like people just don't know what to expect next, and that's one thing I really like, you know. And yeah, I don't know, I thrive off that. I thrive off like people just not knowing what they're gonna get, you know, especially when they come see me live, because I always play a different set, you know. So like last night we played Twerk That for the first time on this whole tour. I'm on the Mike Sherman tour right now,
right?
So it was cool. Nobody expected that, you know, so it's been cool. And then I've been also playing my remix to Turn Down for What, which was Lil Jon's song, but I remixed it about 10 years ago. But we've been playing that on this tour, and it's been cool, man. Just so much to branch out and like choose from as a collection, you know.
Can you name all the artists you have collabed with?
That's hard to say. Show wise, no, but music wise, yeah, I've had the opportunity, you know, to work with just so many amazing art. I've written songs for other artists too, you know. I wrote songs for a guy named Nico from Taylor Gang, you know. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa's people, and then
nice.
Yeah, and then Daquan from Motown Records, and just so I've been so blessed to be able to write for other artists too, you know. I really want to do that as well.
You want to write as well?
Yeah, because I write songs all the time, and they don't always get picked up, you know.
Right.
You know, it's kind of funny. So the Beverly Hills joint I did with Afro Man. So I originally wrote that song for Daquan. He sings with the Sensations with Motown, And so Daquan, he ended up wanting to use the song, but he never did. And so then Afroman hopped on it, and so, you know, it just became our own mold of a song. And then the same thing happened with another song I wrote for another artist called Na Na Na. I had the whole hook written out and stuff. And so then, yeah, we just ended up using it for our own song. So sometimes it works for the best, you know, sometimes it's like we have so much in the vault as well, you know?
So what's your favorite song that you've ever performed to date? Like, what's your all-time favorite?
All-time favorite? Yeah. Honestly, I would say probably Love is my favorite song, just because that was a song that was on Jimmy Fallon, and it's just, I don't know, every time I play that song, and I would say all my friends are rock stars.
Yeah.
So I play that song every show. Like, I have people light up their phones and stuff, you know, and like, because every time I play that song, it reminds me of all my friends in LA, you know, and like, to me, like, everybody's a rock star, you know, in my life. Like, you don't have to be on stage to be a rock star. Like, you're a rock star. You know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So it's cool, you know?
What's your worst song?
My worst song, honestly, that's a great question.
And not by the critics, by you.
By me?
Yeah, what's your, like, you know what, I did it, I'm not gonna do that.
I would say maybe like I have one called Party All Day. Okay. It's like we party all day, party all night. Like, I thought it was cool when I recorded it at the time, but now that I re-listen to it, I'm like, I'm done with this song, you know? Right. And so when people use that song on TikTok, I'm like so done with that song. You know what I mean? Like, so I would say probably that one, you know? Yeah. What's
the best thing you have gotten out of, like, going on tour, being a performer? What's the best thing that you've gotten out of it?
Honestly, just inspiring people. Honestly, like, you know, the kids come up to me every show and they just, you know what I mean, like, feeling the love off people, like, really means so much to me. And like, it's really a feeling that like not a lot of people get the experience, you know. And that, and seeing to so many legendary venues, you know, I got to play the Whiskey Go-Go in LA 3 times. I was like home of like Jimi Hendrix and the Doors and Motley Crue and stuff. And I played the Viper Room, that was amazing, in October. And so like, just getting those kind of experiences, places I never thought I would, you know, step in, you know, and just, I don't know, just things like that. But I would say definitely like inspiring people the most, because like, you know, there's gonna be, if I can inspire at least 2 kids or even 1 kid in the crowd, that means the most to me. You know what I mean?
So now we got to go to the other side of this now.
Let's do it.
What's the worst thing about being a performer?
The worst thing? Yeah. There's actually many things, but I would say probably the critics.
The critics?
Having a thick skin, honestly, like, especially in today's world of social media, where people post things for like, you know, they post like little clips of something, like there's something going around right now. I was never going to talk about it publicly, but there's something going around right now on TikTok.
You might as well talk about it, because I looked at it and I'm like, what are you?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's a few things like going around on TikTok right now. Like, one of them is me dinking around on stage. We were in Sacramento. I was just doing like the whole like, oh, hey, what's up? Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're not reading the chat. Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words. Yeah. So there's like, so we played in Sacramento at the Ace of Spades, and so I played my song called 100 Grand. But I was kind of tinking around with the hook, and so this kid in the crowd filmed 10 seconds of that song. And now this 10 seconds is going all around TikTok. It has like 200,000 views, you know, but people are trying to switch the story in the song. You know, it's like, I wish people like saw my whole set, you know, and that part drives me crazy.
So let me help you out with that.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're going to talk about the other thing too.
Yeah.
So for you, when someone does that and you're like, I wish they would have saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
With the cool thing with TikTok is you can stitch things or record it and then add it in. Yeah. And you'll say, hey, I know this is going around, but you guys are taking it out of context. Here's the whole performance, or here's the rest of it. Yeah. And then you just show that, that'll end it right off the bat. So anytime if you're ever experiencing footage like that, show them the whole thing and go, and they don't even have to say anything. You go, hey, you're taking it out of context. And then that'll diminish it. That'll stop that. Now, the other thing that you showed me about the thing that's gone viral was the video someone AI'd edit the whole thing, where you were young, and you were having a great time, you were partying like a rock star, you were drunk. It happens, but
super fucked up.
And you had your arm around this lady, and you guys were having a good time. It didn't look uncomfortable. It wasn't like you're a predator or anything. And then she had nothing in her hand, put her hand down, and then she had something in her hand. but you could clearly see
It switched.
It switched, and
Yeah.
then it was like it was phallic, but it looked like an eggplant or like a plastic eggplant.
Yeah.
And then you just went near it, and it looks like it kind of maybe took a bite out of it, but it wasn't in your mouth.
Right.
And then the video ended, and you freaked out over it, going, "They can say I'm putting this in my mouth," and I'm like, "I don't see that." And then I gave you that suggestion.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is AI. Look at her hand. Look what's happening.
Easy.
And then that's how you stop them. So
yeah.
like, okay, there's this thing that happened with where people thought Ryan Seacrest was gay. And they would always say Ryan Seacrest was gay.
Right.
And then Ryan Seacrest came out and it was like, what if I am? Like, he took the sting away.
Yeah.
And then everyone just stopped talking about it. So you would have to own it. If it's embarrassing, just say, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
And move on. Now you're not a part of that drama. So that's just my little.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's crazy, especially in today's world with social media constantly evolving. You know, I kind of had to learn how TikTok works now. You know what I mean? Because I was just kind of like, you know, people post these like I said, these 10-second clips and stuff, and it's cool. You know, it helped. You know, it's getting me exposure either way, but it was just kind of like, you know, I even wrote on my story, it was like, I love how nobody's talking about me giving my jersey away to a girl in the crowd. Nobody was talking about me wishing my niece on stage a happy birthday. Nobody was, you know, I wrote all this stuff on my story, you know, and so.
So are you just posting them on the TikTok or just in the story alone?
Just a story. Yeah.
Post it on your platform.
Yeah.
Why on the story, if you don't mind me asking?
Just because it disappears, you know.
But if you're saying no one talks about it,
yeah,
but it disappears,
yeah,
does that make sense?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So I mean, if those things are memorable, those are the things that you should put on your TikTok and leave them there, because then it goes, oh, he's a caring person. Posting them on your story. Like for me, I don't always look at people's stories on any platform. I just look at my feed.
Right.
And then if I have time, then I'll take a look. But if I wait 2 days or I wait a month because I'm not on social media because I'm busy, by the time I try to play catch up, I'm not going to be able to know like the good things a person does.
Right.
So if you want people to recognize all the kind things you do, especially I did see the one where you're wishing your niece happy birthday. I did catch that.
Aww,
but I didn't see the jersey thing, and I haven't seen any other nice things that you do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're a bad person. I've known you almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah. It feels like it's like it's under my face.
How about we do this? We bring
cool.
There
we go. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So just post them on your actual platform.
Right.
It's you can literally do the same thing in your stories as it is in your platform, on your actual main page. So if you could find the video of you doing that with your niece, I would share that. And any other nice things, share that, and then no one will ever mistake it. It'll be there, because as long as you don't delete it, it will always be there.
Yeah. There's like 3 clips from this Mike Sherm tour alone that are like going all around TikTok and me on stage and stuff.
Are they good or bad?
I think it's good.
Okay.
But
no, that's good.
The kids are gonna say whatever they want, you know. At the end of the day. But
if you can, just you beat all of it. Just every time you're done with something, have someone catch you, record you, and then do that. And then you know what else you could probably do if you really want to take it to the next level?
Yeah.
Anytime someone puts you in a bright light on TikTok, learn to stitch their videos and go, hey, I thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Or like how, you know, when people are always like, oh, thank you, that was so kind.
Always...
If you do that, people are going to go, oh man, I want to record more. I hope he catches me. So
I appreciate that.
Practice that, and that'll help you get rid of any negativity by just letting people film you. And if you love it, even if it's minuscule, stitch it, message thank you, and that makes that person go, oh my God, he messaged me. Oh, he stitched me. I'm gonna get him next time, and then they'll start doing better and better and better. So,
I appreciate that. Yeah.
No worries.
Cool.
So, has there ever been a time that you saw someone criticize your work that it hurt your feelings?
Always, bro. Like,
what's the worst thing that really got to you?
Probably like, honestly, in my early days when people are like telling me to kill myself, or like they're writing to my family horrible things, or they're like saying like just all like I don't know, like diagnosing me with things that weren't true, you know, though like, you know, when you're 16 or 18 years old, that can really mess with your head, you know,
Yeah.
like I'm 27 now, but like, you know, when I look back at it, you know, it only made me stronger, you know. But I think, yeah, just like over time, I've really gotten a thicker skin, you know, you kind of have to, especially in this industry, you know, and so it's just like, but yeah, there's been many times, you know, where I'm just like, I don't know, where I'm just like, that's not fair. You know what I mean? Like, y'all don't know me. Like, come on now. Like, you don't have to you don't have to die. You're not a doctor. Like, you don't have to diagnose me. Like, what is this about? You know what I mean? Like, why are you telling me? Like, you know, but it is what it is. You know, like I said, it just makes you stronger every single time. And I always try to focus on the positivity. You know, always. You know, and that sounds like a very media trained response. I promise it's not.
No,
you know,
I know you're not going to do me wrong.
Yeah,
I know.
So it's cool. You know?
How do you balance between being an artist and real life?
I don't.
What do you mean?
Honestly, I'm just always constantly going. So like, I work in a very, I'm not going to say on this interview, but I work in a very, very serious profession, where I see a lot of craziness all the time.
Right.
And so the way I view it is, you know, going on the road and stuff really gets me away from that craziness, you know? And so, I look forward to every time I have a show because it gets me away from the things I have to deal with because I'm always stressed out at this job I work at, you know, and stuff. So, but just balancing out is really hard. It's really hard, especially being on the road all the time. Like you're never sleeping, you're eating poorly, like, you know, like you're on such a deadline. Like I wish people understood more that side of touring. Like, you know, it's a lot sometimes, you know, especially when you have like, oh, we got to check in at the venue at 6 p.m. Oh, I haven't eaten yet. Oh, this, you know, okay, we got to hit the road right at 3 a.m., you know, like my tour manager is always on me about, we got to go, you know, like, you know, so it's hard to balance it though, but I try my best. Like, you know, I try to, you know, as soon as I get home from tour, you know, I go straight to bed, you know, and I set my alarms, you know, I reach out to all my close friends, like all my loved ones, and so, but balancing is hard. I'm still trying to learn.
You're still trying to get it?
Yeah.
So you've been doing this for almost 10 years.
Crazy.
What does like your mom think of it when you first started to where you're at now? Because big shout out to your mom. I love her a lot.
Shout out to Mama G. Yeah.
She's always been so kind to me.
So. Yeah. She's proud of me. You know, like she's very proud of me. But I do think I worry her a lot. Like being on the road all the time. You know, like always. You know, you just don't know, especially in today's world with all like, it's a very toxic world we live in right now. So it's just like especially right now with all the plane accidents and everything. Like my mom is freaking out. Like I haven't been on a plane since. You know. But it's just like little things like that. But I love her to death, you know, like, but yeah, she's very proud of me though. Yeah, because some of these venues, she grew up, you know, like the Whiskey Go-Go in LA, you know, like she, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like she's like, wow, that's so amazing. And my uncle's very proud too. Shout out to my Uncle Jeff, you know, in Texas. His partner passed away in 2021, but his partner used to live in LA. So like, you know, he knew about a lot of these venues and stuff. And so every time I go to the Whiskey Go-Go, I always dedicate it. I always think about Bill was his name, you know. I wrote his name backstage there, like Bill, you know. And so, yeah, they're very proud of me though, you know. Yeah.
So now we're going to take a moment in this interview that we normally do on all of them.
Okay.
All right, so we have this lovely camera here that we're going to look at.
Okay.
So you mentioned 3 people.
Yeah.
And we're going to start off with Bill.
Yeah.
If Bill were to watch this down the line.
Yeah.
I want you to speak it to the heart to Bill. Yeah. And leave a message for Bill and what this person means to you.
Let me take my Balenciagas off. So.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Bill, we love you and miss you so much. Thank you so much for believing my dreams. You were the very first one that ever showed me LA when I was 12 years old. And every time I go back to LA, I think about you. It's still mind-boggling thinking that you're gone. Yeah, I don't know the right words, you know, it's been really hard on our family and stuff, but we know that you're looking down and you're so proud of all of us, and we love you so much. So
now the same message to your uncle.
My Uncle Jeff, I love you so much. Thank you so much for believing in me always. Without you, none of this could have ever been possible. You've always showed me so much support. And yeah, like, you know, you keep me going even when I was at my lowest moments. And I love you forever. So.
Now your mom. But
And
you better mean it.
Yeah.
Okay, she's watching.
Yeah.
Just in case if anything ever happens.
Yeah.
Always go back to this.
Yeah, my amazing mother, I love you so much. Mama G, I've always called her that my whole entire life. I love you so much. I'm sorry for making you worried all the time. I guess it's just part of being your son, you know, but thank you so much for always like pushing me and believing in me and teaching me that we don't just chase dreams, we catch dreams as well. That's very important. And I love you so much.
Right now we got a special message.
Let's do it.
And I want you to go all out on this one. This one's very important.
Yeah.
And you're going to look at that camera and you're going to mean it.
Yeah.
The message you want for all your haters.
Yeah. All my haters, I love you equally. I love everybody, you know. Thank you so much for even giving me a chance, you know, like just even checking out my song was giving me a chance, whether you love it or hate it, or checking out my set on this tour, whether you love it or hate it. Thank you so much for even giving me a chance. It means so much to me. I take your criticism very strongly, you know, but you know, I listen to all the criticism. Trust me, I listen to all of it. And but thank you so much for at least giving me that chance to keep going.
Fair enough. And keep being on them harder.
Yeah.
It makes a person better if they don't like it. If he don't like it, he gotta do better. So be on that ass.
It's true.
All right, you can put your Balenciaga back.
You want to wear them?
No, I need to be able to read.
Okay.
I appreciate it though.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, it's cool.
So now we're gonna go into some more of you. So this is gonna be a different type of interview because most of the time, the interviews I have witnessed that you have been a part of, it's more of the performer. Yeah. Now we need to get to know you. That way, when they watch this, they're gonna understand who you are and what makes you.
No more Diddy questions, please.
More Diddy. Wait, have you been to a Diddy party?
I met Diddy when I was 20 years old. We were at a party. I met him at an event.
I don't mean to laugh, but that's just such funny.
Yeah, there's an article about it actually.
Wait, an article of you at the party?
Meeting Diddy.
Oh, yeah. Meeting Diddy, but you didn't go to you didn't go to any parties.
No parties. It was like an event in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm just so tired of people sending me the article and asking me the questions about it. It's like, please.
So we're gonna do it here.
Yeah.
You can be like, interview, go here.
Yeah. Cool.
So walk me through. So we're gonna just take out the issue with Diddy that he's in trouble with.
Right.
A long time ago. You didn't go to any freak offs. You didn't go to any parties. You were at an event.
Yeah.
You met him because you're at events. You're gonna run into people.
Yeah.
So did you know Diddy was gonna be at this event, or did you?
I did prior. Yeah. So it was kind of a crazy event. There was actually a lot of like established people there.
Right.
He was one of them. I was 20 years old at the time. I had to sign like this NDA, like this paperwork and stuff. You know, a lot of like events in LA, like
you gotta sign it. Yeah,
you have to zip up your phone too, like these zip bags, like have the lock on it. So like,
was the encounter with him at least professional?
Yeah. Okay. Diddy told me like that, you know, everybody's journey is different. Keep following your dreams, and he was really nice. You know, DJ Khaled was at this event. That was pretty interesting. Fergie was at this event. Met Fergie's mom at this event.
Oh,
her mom was so sweet, you know, Fergalicious, you know. So but yeah, it was so crazy. It was actually one of the craziest memories I have in my lifetime so far, you know. And so with everything coming out now about Diddy, you know, it's crazy because there's this article floating around on Google about me meeting him. The article came out years ago. It's nothing recent. But I've had so many people send me this article.
Do you have the article?
I do.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you another. I'm gonna help you out.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Do a TikTok on that article. So when people bring it up, you just give them the link to your TikTok talking about it.
Yeah.
That'll help you out. So these sort of things that you have experienced, if there is documentation and photos, I start putting them out there to start showing the longevity of where you've been.
Yeah.
It's going to give your haters credibility, because if you're in these spaces where artists are supposed to be and they're questioning where you're at, where when you have this sort of like portfolio,
Yeah.
no one ever can take that away from you. You become a living legend by being in these spaces. I've seen a lot of young up and coming like artists of any type of art that they do,
Yeah.
but they never share the things that give it that sort of solid credibility.
Right.
So like if you have photos of people you've taken photos with, I would share those. And then
Yeah.
I would say TikTok's a great platform to start like, hey guys, I just wanted to tell you about this photo and let me give you this story in 5 minutes. That's going to help. Like it's going to be like, oh snap, you're going to see a big difference in like the haters leaving you alone.
Haters.
Yeah, leaving you alone. So make sure you do that. So with this Diddy thing, yeah, just put it out there. Say, yeah, I met him and here's the event. We signed an NDA, but here's the gist of it. This event was a really great event.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
craziness. Yeah.
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 No, it's pretty cool. I mean, unfortunately now it's whatever, but if we take away the stigma, then it's not going to bother you.
Yeah. He is probably one of the biggest people I've met. You know, I've met a lot of people. Yeah. So, but that was definitely a moment in my career that, you know.
Yeah. No, that's a good, that's a good memory because you weren't put in a compromised position. Yeah. Unfortunately, the haters want to take it to a compromised position. Like, oh, did you go to the parties? No, I didn't go to the parties. We went to like an event. Right. Whatever the event was.
I was 20 years old.
Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't stop them. Right. But you were just at the event to do what an event. And that's where it's left at. You know what I mean? Yeah. So forget them.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
There's a lot coming from you. So
no worries.
It does, you know.
Now we're going to turn it up a little bit more. Yeah. We got to turn it up.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing about you?
The worst thing about me is...
Yeah, the worst. When you look in the mirror every morning, you're just like, ugh, what is the worst thing about you?
I don't try anymore to get like I'm wearing like comfy clothes right now. Yeah. I think that's like the worst thing right now is like I don't even try anymore. Like I used to always have to like look nice, you know, like I just like I don't know if that's just part of getting older, but it's just like at this point I just don't care anymore. You know, I live free. So I don't know if I would say that's the worst thing about me.
No, if you honestly feel not trying is this is you. So if that's how you feel, then you just don't like it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I would say, just not even like, you know, just like, again, just not trying, like just being like, whatever, you know, having that. I mean, I care about people. Like, I'm very empathic, you know, so it's like, but yeah, the more older I've gotten, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just going to wake up the way I am. Hair or whatever, you know, I don't have to put on. I feel like I've been doing that so much, especially when I started the music industry. Like, you know, I've had to put on a facade and have to always. That's another thing that stresses people out in the music industry. It's like people don't see that side to, you know, any famous artist, any famous band. It's like they always have to put on like, you know, like this image, like, you know, the few times I've been on TV and stuff, like I saw that a lot. Like, you know, like. For example, when I was on TV with Wiz Khalifa.
I saw that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, like, it was like Wiz Khalifa versus BB Rexa, but like, you know, BB Rexa, I felt so bad for her because she was like, you know, at first, like, during, like, when we were all, like, rehearsing and stuff, you know, on set, like, she had no makeup on. You wouldn't even recognize her. Like, she was sitting there, but she felt so pressured that she had to put on this, like, you know, I'm at the point now where I just live my life.
Let me see if I remember something. Crazy. Right? Because I do pay attention to you.
Yeah, we've
had our issues, but we're good.
Yeah.
Didn't you interview her at some point?
BB Rexa. I didn't interview her, no. But we so when I worked on Warped Tour though.
Yeah.
Then yeah. So I worked on Vans Warped Tour before it. Now they're bringing it back because Live Nation bought it out. It's a whole different thing.
I could have sworn you recorded her on the college campus. Huh.
I interviewed a lot of people though.
You did. I was on there. You interviewed me on there on campus too.
Time flies.
Yeah. I was like,
crazy.
Wait. Who's the one that gave you the bracelet?
The bracelet.
I thought it was BB Rexa that gave you the bracelet. It was another female artist. You were really
Zara Larson. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Me and Zara have matching tattoos.
Yeah.
I know her people very well. We both got Lush Life.
That's pretty cool.
To me, it means lavish life. People thought it meant drunk life. I had to explain this.
Well, the word lush means drink, but that's totally fine.
It's cool. Yeah, I'm very good. yeah, close to Zara's people and stuff.
Okay.
So it was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, Zara Larson. Yeah.
I was like, wait a
Crazy.
minute.
Zara go way
It's been a
back.
while, and I was like,
Yeah, we go
was
way
her,
back.
but
Yeah,
I saw you do
she's
that.
killing
That
it
was
right
pretty
now.
cool. But
She's going on tour with Tate McRae.
I do like Tate. I
Crazy.
do like her music.
Stoked for Zara. She's killing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the best thing about you when you look in the mirror?
Empathy.
You got the empathy.
Empathic. Yeah. I'll say empathy and yeah, just wanting to see the best people, honestly. Like I think that's another problem that I've had in my life is like a lot of shit has come back because I always see the best in everybody. You know what I mean? Like my sister's the same way. We see the best in everybody, you know, like you just give everybody the benefit of doubt, but sometimes you have to realize there's a lot of awful people out there, especially in the music industry.
Yeah.
You know, so which I'm not gonna go on about those kind of people, but yeah, I'd say that like empathy.
All right,
100%.
All right.
It can be a good thing and a bad thing.
All right. Now we're gonna turn it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
When you're at your lowest low,
Yeah.
I've seen you there. When you're at your lowest low, what superhero or supervillain best describes you at that point?
Spider-Man. 100%. Spider-Man.
How come?
Just because like anytime things are going down for him, he's always able to.
Okay. Now, which Spider-Man do you like? There's so many. Who's the best Spider-Man out in the MCU? There's 3 of them, so which one?
MCU wise, Tobey Maguire, 100%.
Tobey Maguire.
But Spider-Man as a whole wise, I would say 1990s Spider-Man, the cartoon.
Yep.
He's
all
my
right.
favorite one. The quarterback Spider-Man.
I was gonna end the interview, on Tobey Maguire, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I would say, well, also Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer is only doing what was best for him,
right?
You know, even though he was searching for planets and stuff, he was only doing it for because so he could save his own, you know. So like, I would say Silver Surfer. Okay. Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
If we were to place a theme song that every time you left the house, this theme song represents you, what song would that be?
Oh my gosh, what's the song name? I have to ask my tour manager this in the back. That song from Star Wars, the cafe song, that do 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 do.
The one with the little blue guy.
Yeah. That song. We played it on tour. Song. Yeah, we played it on tour all the time. I keep forgetting the name of the song.
The Cantina song. All right.
That song. It's so uplifting.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. I love that song.
give me your worst memory.
My worst memory. It has to do with my job. Seeing my first death ever.
Okay. How did that make you feel?
It was hard for sure. Yeah, it was hard. So long story short, I had a patient. Her name is Beverly Crawford. She was probably late 80s, and I was the only one in the room with her, and she was transitioning, and she was doing like when people transition, they do the deep breaths and stuff.
Yeah.
So then it was crazy because she turned her head, she opened her eyes, and she looked right at me. And after she looked right at me, she turned back and then she passed away.
Right.
And I remember I was like, I didn't know what to do because I've always been around it, but I've never seen it, And so I remember running downstairs. I went to go grab my friend Care. Care's no longer with us anymore too. But at the time I went downstairs, I was knocking on the nursing station. I was like, I think Beverly's has passed away. And, Care and I, she's like, calm down. We went upstairs. Like I say that's probably, I wouldn't say I had PTSD, but sometimes those kind of things kind of haunt me a little bit. You know what I mean? Just seeing so much of that in my job, Okay. But I do believe that they're always with us after.
Fair enough. Best memory?
Best memory? Meeting Priscilla Presley.
Okay.
Yeah, that was honestly an amazing experience. She came for an event. I actually took my mom to meet her the next day, and she was just amazing. Like she wrote me a letter afterwards, and I still have it in my house.
Oh.
I'll say that's one of my best memories. That and my friend Aaron Carter passed away. I'll never forget that night when I hung out with Aaron Carter. We were supposed to make that song together, and then months later he passed away. And I think about that moment all the time. About like, just only because not only because it was Aaron Carter, but just because it's just like you gotta cherish the moments you have, like we're doing right now. Like you gotta make the best of everything and. I think back at that moment, you know, like it was just so crazy, you know.
Right.
So that
What type of, so I know you don't have any kids. If you
not
were,
that I know of.
not that you know of, if you were to have a
Yeah,
child, what
yeah.
type of parent would you be?
Down to earth, uplifting, positive, outgoing.
Okay.
I would put down everything I had going on just to take care of my child. Like I wouldn't even tour. You know, I would if I had time to do it. You know, if I had time to go do a show. But yeah, I do everything I can to give the best life to my child as possible. I want kids eventually.
You do? How many?
At least one. I mean, two would be nice.
Two would be nice, boy and girl, or all boys, all girls?
I would like, yeah, boy and girl.
Be like one of each.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
You know,
Best relationship you've ever had?
best relationship.
Yeah.
The best relationship I ever had was with the music industry. How about that?
That's fair.
Yeah.
The worst relationship you've ever had?
With the music industry.
With the all right, I'm gonna turn to the cards now.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah. Let's do it.
If you won $1 million, how would you spend it?
I'll donate it. I donate half of it to different charities. I'd probably full fund it in like a music program for upcoming artists. To be honest, like, you know, to me, money is just material. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, yes, you need it to survive and stuff.
Right.
But I think like giving back, you know, I'd love to go like Uganda and like do things for those kind of children, you know. Speaking of Uganda, I have a nonprofit like called Care Forever. Speaking of care, you know, named after Care Hansen. But anyways, we've been working with a group in Uganda right now. And the kids are so sweet out there.
That's awesome.
And so when Kara was alive, she used to always tell me about her trip to Uganda. She used to always show me pictures and videos. It was so crazy.
Make sure you guys check out the link below in the video to go support, all right? Make
Care Forever. Thank you so much. Yeah, we just got it going, you know, last year. I want to say like summer last year. We did our first event in December. We did like this, you know, Christmas toy drive and stuff. And so I'm hoping to do more of that this year, speaking of, you know, like benefit events and stuff. But yeah, no, I'd probably, spend more time doing that stuff. And I'd love, again, investing in like, how can I help other people? You know
Perfect.
I mean? Yeah.
You're going to pick the next one.
Okay.
Yep. And you're going to read it out loud.
Let's do it.
Yeah, whichever card you want.
Let's go with this one. Pink one.
Yep. What does it say?
What advice would you give a teenager now? Stay strong. Honestly, right now it's a crazy world, especially with social media. I couldn't imagine the online bullying that's happening in high school systems right now.
Right.
But just know that, you know, keep being you and keep catching dreams. We don't just chase dreams, we catch them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
Chinese food.
Any particular dish?
Orange chicken.
Orange chicken?
Yeah.
Favorite fast food spot?
Jack in the Box.
What do you get at Jack in the Box?
I get a lot of different things at Jack in the Box.
So you just like the whole vibe?
Chicken sandwiches. I love protein.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing you've ever eaten?
I'm not gonna say what I was about to say.
It was ass, wasn't it? It's ass, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't like ass. Don't put it in the face, okay? You don't eat ass.
The worst thing I've ever eaten, McDonald's, 100%. I get food sick every time I eat McDonald's. Sometimes it's hard because we're on tour and we have nowhere else to go. Like the only thing that's on the road is McDonald's, you know. I would say fast food is so hard. Yeah, like I get food sick every time I eat fast food in general nowadays. Like unless it's Jack in the Box, what can I say? But,
right.
I don't know. Fast food just makes my stomach just.
Okay, nothing wrong. I don't even eat fast food unless unless I'm on road tripping and I have to eat. Then I just eat wherever is available, but not in my day to day. Like
on the road is hard, man. Like we've been bringing a cooler and stuff this time around, like on this tour, you know. But even then, it's so hard because we never pack enough, like we think we did, you know. And we run out, or like we run out of ice, or whatever the situation is. But it's challenging for sure.
Favorite color?
Pink.
Worst color?
Black.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
If you were to be any mythical creature, what would it be and why?
Red fox, 100%. So long story short, speaking of Kara again, every time I go to Kara's grave, I see a red fox. I'm the only one that sees these red foxes. Her family hasn't seen these red foxes. Her friends haven't seen them. So every time I go to her grave, I like to think it's Kara sending me these red foxes.
Yeah.
So I would say red fox.
Red fox.
Just because of the way they carry themselves, they're very intuitive. If I can't even speak right now.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
Yeah. So red fox. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's think about all the periods in time.
Yeah.
Right. We got all the different periods in time that we've been around.
Right.
Where do you think you belong in if you were to be in any period of time? Where do you feel like? For me, it's medieval time. Like I'd fit in medieval time, right?
I would say year-wise, like 1950s, like during MLK marches.
Okay.
I was very inspired by MLK. I read all of his books, especially when he did like the famous bus boycotts and stuff. And like, because I feel like I would have been a part of that,
right?
Standing up for what's right, So I would say like the 1950s, like maybe the late 1940s,
Okay, so right around that era.
Yeah.
Okay.
MLK. Which, by the way, like I would love to interview his son one day. MLK3. Like,
yeah.
Like he's doing amazing things.
Well, at some point it will happen.
Yeah.
If there could be any artist alive or dead,
yeah,
who would you want to feature from?
Aaron Carter.
You want Aaron Carter?
Yeah, just so we could fulfill that song like we talked about. Yeah,
fair enough. I like that.
Yeah.
Favorite ice cream?
Unfortunately, I'm allergic to dairy, so I can't even eat ice cream.
You can't have oat ice cream?
I can have non-dairy ice cream.
Oh, man.
Non-dairy wise, I'm mint.
Mint?
Yeah.
I like anything in my ice cream. All right, okay. So let's go back to when you were young.
Yeah.
And we know you lived wild, right? We know this to be true, so there's no stigma to it.
Yeah.
What was the craziest thing you ever did when you were young? I want to know that. What was the craziest thing you're like? I was stupid as hell.
Stupid wise?
Yes, stupid wise when you were young. And you were just like,
Honestly, and this dates back when I was like at least 12, 12 or 11, like hitting my head so many times for stupid shit. Like I would jump over like my best friend's like stairs and I'd hit my head on top of the thing, or like I'd jump. I was like really, I wanted to be doing like parkour per se,
Yeah.
But I was always hurting myself. I would say that. Yeah.
Okay.
That was just, looking back at it now, I'm like, gosh, that could have been way worse, Thank God I'm okay now, but yeah, I would say that was pretty stupid.
What philosophy did you live by when you were in high school, and what philosophy do you live by as an adult now?
The vibes you put out are the vibes that come back to you, so always stay positive.
So that's from then till now?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Very empathic, right?
Yeah, very empathic, yeah. What's the greatest thing you've ever achieved on your bucket list?
Greatest thing I've ever achieved? Making my mama proud. How about that?
That's nice. Yeah. All right, so we've got that fulfilled. So you're already doing that.
Yeah.
Even though she worries just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Name 3 things on your bucket list that you're trying to get done in 2025.
Getting the nonprofit rolling more. Like we have the website launched and everything. Just honestly, continuing Kara's legacy. That's definitely one thing. Another thing is, we're about to announce another tour soon, which I don't know if I can say yet, just because we're under contract.
Yeah, you got another tour coming up.
We're on a tour right now, so I don't want to, but yeah, we're going to fulfill maybe 1 or 2 more tours, which is going to be cool, Definitely a bunch of shows I really want to get on this year or two that we're fighting for, me and my team and stuff. And then, third off, just being good still to people, the world really needs it, just being nice to people and just, I'd say like the career I'm working in now really, like I've always been a nice guy, but I'm just saying like it really taught me more like people are human beings,
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying I was never cruel to people, but I'm just saying like I remember that every single day, So I would say that.
Okay.
It's cool.
So as an artist, everyone has a dream place to perform, right?
Yeah.
Where does that dream place for you to perform if it hasn't already happened?
So honestly, it was the Whiskey Go-Go in LA, just because it's such a legendary venue and such an amazing, unique vibe there. Other than that, we really want to play London, UK. I got to get my passport, but We're working on that though. I'd love to play in London. There's a big festival called like the Manchester Festival. There's just like thousands of people. It's a cool festival I've seen online, and I'd love to do that. And there's also another thing in the U.S. called Fuel Fest. So it's like a one-off concert series, but they do it at like NASCAR tracks. So I'd love to do Fuel Fest as well.
Fair enough. Now, outside, so we're going to take out the artist now, right?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about you.
Yeah.
Just in general, so I can get a better understanding. What is it that you like to do in your downtime when you're all by yourself, decompressing? What are some of the things that you honestly like to do that people may not know about?
Sleep.
Okay. Outside of sleep.
People like, people always see me not sleeping. So, spending time with my patients when I'm not working. I go in and play guitar for them or just see their families. Like, I never tell a lot of people about it, doing that stuff. And I'll take my truck up in the mountains in Utah when it's nice outside, and I it's very therapeutic to go up in the mountains, just being around the nature and stuff. So I'd say those kind of things,
Now, where's a place you'd like to visit after you get your passport, of course?
Yeah.
Where's a place you'd like to visit? Can't name London.
Sweden.
You want to go to Sweden?
Yes.
What's about Sweden?
The history behind it.
Okay.
I'd say Sweden would be just learning. There's so much history in Sweden, like if it wasn't Sweden, I would say probably like Australia would be cool. I mean, or Uganda. I'd love to go to Uganda.
Right.
And see the kids. It'd be cool.
Nice.
Play a show. Like I'll just bring a speaker and play for them. Cool.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing about Batman?
That he came from riches. Like I feel like people who like we call them nepo babies,
Right.
I don't know. I would say like nepo babies just because he didn't have to work hard for what he got, Like yes, he had a traumatic life and stuff, but, like coming from riches like that when so many people are struggling to even get a check these days, I would say that, and that there's just too many Batmans out there. Just
too many
different Batmans. Too many different ones. And then none of them like are all in the same timeline. They're all just it's just too many.
It's too many Batmans.
Yeah, too many.
He sucks anyway. I always like asking that question.
Right.
We now know that you like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know what? We were having a discussion a while back about the MCU in general.
Yeah.
What's your favorite MCU movie to date?
Iron Man 1.
You like Iron Man 1?
The movie that kicked it all off, pretty much. Like, it was technically the movie that started it, kind of depending where you start.
Yeah.
It's just such a classic movie. I love Iron Man 1, man. What about you?
The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton.
Okay.
Yeah, love
Throwback.
the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
I like that. I think they're doing a really good thing
cool.
on that. So
yeah, I applied to be an extra in Doomsday, the new Avengers. We'll see though. I got through the.
That's pretty cool.
We'll see though. There's a lot of people fighting for it, But
absolutely.
Yeah.
So right now, what I want to know is what is something about you outside of everything else we've talked?
Yeah.
What is something about you no one knows that they should know about you?
That's a great question. Something nobody knows,
but they should to get to know
you. Just giving back, I don't tell people when I give back to the community and stuff,
That's good.
I'd say like, a lot of people say, well, you should tell people, I just
nope. A good philanthropist never says anything. They just do.
Just giving back, I'd say that.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, that's
nice.
Cool. Yeah.
Now, I want you to tell them a nice message. Some words of encouragement, a philosophy that you'd like to give to the world, and a message to those that are watching this.
Yeah.
Something that you would, since you're an empath and you love giving back, let's give you a chance to give something to the people watching this.
Yeah, let's do it.
To keep going or whatever you want to say. Here's your time.
I'll keep the Balenciagas on for this one. Everything rad always. When I say everything rad, it's a way of life. We wake up positive every single day. The vibes that come the vibes you put out are the vibes that come back to you. So always stay positive. We don't just chase dreams, we also catch dreams. But yeah, never give up on yourself. Be yourself. I feel like a lot of people are too scared to be themselves these days, you know, especially in today's world. So I would say be yourself. And yeah, the world needs more people who are themselves, for sure.
Fair enough. Now, before we end this, there's two parts here.
Yeah.
Where can everyone find you on what platforms are you on? So it's that plug time. So what do you got?
The part that I'm terrible at. Just JT Hiskey. If you want to Google JT Hiskey, that'll bring up everything on me. Instagram, JT Hiskey. YouTube, JT Hiskey. TikTok, JT Hiskey, you know. So yeah, it's whiskey without the W, you know. My real last name. So yeah, JT Hiskey. Yeah.
And someone did promise a freestyle when they came over.
A freestyle?
That's what you promised, and you know me and promises. Yeah. So take it away.
Yeah, here's another freestyle. This boy always got to be wild. We came in here with that P style. We're gonna still do this until we're old and senile. There we go.
That's fair.
So I don't mean to be touching you and stuff. I know people hate being,
You could touch me as much as you want.
Okay.
No, you're all good. So I want to say thank you for your time and letting me get to know you a little bit, and everybody here as well.
Thank you so much for watching.
All the links will be located below this video, so make sure you go support them and check them out. Mr. JT, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Say bye now.
Bye.